Are we still in lockdown, or am I the only one who still thinks this coronavirus is dangerous because these celebrities are out here vacationing and making headlines? I don't want to point any fingers, but have you guys seen the new pictures of Timothee Chalamet and Eiza Gonzalez vacationing in Mexico in the midst of a global pandemic? Well, you better hit the bell and the subscription button and stay with me to find out all about Timothee's new lady. Eiza Gonzalez Reina was born 30 years ago on January 30th of 1990, and some sources suggest that Eiza was born in Mexico City. However, others say that this little girl came to life of her parents, Glenda Reina and Carlos Gonzalez, in Caborca, Sonora. However, the important thing is that Eiza came to this world, and from a very young age, she showcased her enormous dedication while studying at the prestigious American School Foundation in Mexico City. If there is one thing that characterizes Eiza, it is definitely the maturity and perfectionism with which she faces each project of her life, however small it may be. That is surely because from a very young age she had to endure so much hardship. Unfortunately, her father, whom she had a very strong bond with, died in a motorcycle accident when Eiza was just 12 years old. Obviously, that painful and irreplaceable absence left its mark on her life. We say this because after her tragic loss, the then young girl was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactive disorder. But as I said before, from those years, Eiza proved to be very strong. And to counteract her hyperactivity, the teenager began her career in acting. And at the age of just 14, she was accepted into the Televisa Center for Artistic Education. That was all that happened up until 2002, and just 5 years later in 2007, she had already debuted in the successful soap opera Lola, Once Upon a Time. The public response was so good, which led Eiza to start a new chapter of her life as a singer. And in 2009, she recorded her first solo album called Contra Corriente, and even toured to promote it. But she was not going to settle for that, so after her enormous success, she decided to move to New York to study at the prestigious and legendary art institute Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute. Although the actress returned to Mexico to work on the soap operas Sueño Conmigo in 2010 and Amores Verdaderos in 2012, and she was very clear about her goal, Hollywood. Do you see why I told you that in addition to being beautiful, she's also talented and a perfectionist? And after her discreet participation in the 2015 movie Gem and the Holograms, she had the opportunity to play the satanic pandemonium in the series remake From Dusk Till Dawn. As expected, when Eiza recreated Salma's epic dance that left us all breathless, people started the comparison and talking about whether one, she was more voluptuous than the other, saying that Eiza was not even on the same level as Salma. Although the comparison was merely figurative sense because the stunning Salma is only 1 meter and 53 centimeters tall, which makes her curves be more pronounced and definitely more generous. In an interview for Who What Wear magazine, the Mexican actress stated that although it was an honor to have been chosen to recreate that scene, the truth is not all pleasing to her that from that moment she was somehow typecast into that image as a sexy woman, and so far those were the only roles she was receiving. However, she also added that she expects to change since she's fully sure that she's capable of interpreting other types of characters. She also confessed that her time in Hollywood has not been simple at all. According to Eiza, in some ways, they have questioned her Mexican ancestry, which has caused her an identity crisis that she had to deal with through psychological therapy. Hollywood is scary for sure. But it turns out that the complexity of her path in cinema has not been entirely due to stereotypes, and according to Eiza herself, most of the time it is her own compatriots that criticize her. And some time ago, the work and career of the actress was recognized during the closing of the Los Cabos International Film Festival, and she took the opportunity to speak on that topic. Among other things, Eiza mentioned that throughout her time in Hollywood, she came across comments such as, she's Latina, but she speaks English well, or she doesn't look Mexican. The actress also said that she felt sad and upset by the little support of her own people. Eiza recalled how during the 2018 Oscars, instead of the Mexican public feeling full of pride in being represented by her, most of them criticized her outfit. Anyway, in 2019, 4 movies were released that Eiza was in. Alita, Battle Angel, She's Missing, and Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, and Paradise Hills. And speaking of the latter, Eiza stated that during an interview that when she was filming, she had a kind of regression to her childhood. The film, directed by the Spanish Alice Wadding, is about a place where they take girls to teach them how to be a perfect girl. And according to Eiza, having started acting at such a young age, she had to go through the process of self-discovery much sooner than others. Well, the details of her experience working on that project were so precise that Eiza even revealed that she had her first period when she was already a small actress, so she had to manage the new chapter of being a woman and a professional actress at the same time. If you think 2019 was already quite big in her professional life, you gotta see what happened in 2020. This year came with the premiere of at least 3 movies she has appeared in. Bloodshot, where Eiza shares the scene with Vin Diesel, and the other is Godzilla vs. Kong, where she worked with the talented Millie Bobby Brown, and finally, I Care a Lot alongside the great Peter Dinklage. Gotta wait a little longer for the last 2. But all her success has not been limited to the film industry and fashion. Ah yes, I had forgotten to mention that she's also a model, and that she has worked with several prestigious brands, both clothing and cosmetics. But this is not what I wanted to mention. Eiza also managed to conquer the hearts of at least 3 of the most sought-after actors in the industry. One of them is Josh Duhamel, the former partner of Fergie, Miley's former partner, Liam Hemsworth, and now Lily Rose Depp's ex, Timothee Chalamet. Not long ago, during an interview, the actress opened her heart and made several confessions. She admitted that right after finishing the interview, she would go straight to an appointment that she had made to cover a tattoo of a name of an ex that she had made for her. And although she never mentioned who, it has to be one of the first 2, or maybe even the Mexican businessman Pepe Diaz, with whom she was in a formal relationship with for some years. What can I say, guys? Never tattoo the name of your partner on you. Come on. But let's forget about all the former flings and relationships, because the new topic is her summer love with 24-year-old Timothee Chalamet. The two have been enjoying a summer vacation filled with major PDA in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. This is the first time Timothee has been seen with someone after his alleged breakup news with Lily Rose. And I believe it's just a summer fling, but whatever it is, for sure he's been making many headlines and for many days. So yeah, Eiza does seem like a nice person to be, but honestly, I'm not really sure if she's a good match for Timothee. But also, who am I to decide? If they like each other and they're happy together, good for them. What do you guys think? Do you think Eiza and Timothee are in a serious relationship, or are they just having fun? Let's talk about all of that in the comments, and remember to like, share, and become part of our Curious Sips family by subscribing to our channel. And also, don't forget to check out our Instagram account. See you guys next time!